Hey guys, I'm so excited to share this recipe with you. I've just recently partnered with Vitalite plant-based cheeses, and I love this company because I just recently found out that my kids are actually sensitive to dairy. So we've been using these cheeses in our house. My kids love them. And I know my veggie friends out there have been asking me for vegan recipes. So this is why I'm really stoked to share this recipe with you. My cheddar stuffed Southwestern black bean quinoa burgers. I know that's a mouthful, but that's what's going on in this recipe. And I think you're really gonna like it. So let's jump in because it's a lot easier than you think. Gooey, melty, cheesy, vegan. Hello, let's do it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop up half an onion using my trusty Prepon kitchen prep and chop. Perfect job for this. I also really like these are sold out right now. So you can't buy them, so I'm sorry. But at least I can show you why I love this product so much from my culinary line. It's like the perfect dice for something like this. But I'm happy to say that we're sold out. Anyways, okay. Now we're gonna do half of a green pepper. You can also get out some aggression there, you know? Even though I don't have it, I mean, it's, you know, today's a great day, so whatever. But if you happen to not be having a great day, just slam it down. Okay. Now we're gonna do 2 cloves of minced garlic. Look at how pretty this is, this uniform chop, like restaurant quality uniform chop. I love that. Even though I'm a home cook, I love things to look pro. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in a pan. We're gonna start cooking them down till the onion gets nice and translucent, it sweetens a little bit, and the pepper starts to sweeten as well. Another thing that I do, and I've talked about this before, is I like to peel my peppers. Whether they're red or yellow or green, I always like to peel the peppers because sometimes the skin can be a little bit bitter, and I find that they sweeten up better if you just take that extra little step of peeling them. So let's get these in a pan. You guys have seen me do this before. We are going to add our vegetables. It usually takes about 5 minutes for onion to start cooking down and getting a little translucent. Medium-low heat. So look at how beautiful this dice is. I love it. That uniformity, little things like that, it really elevates your dish. So I can leave this alone, and I'm just gonna let it cook for about 4 or 5 minutes. And then we'll add our spices at the end, so the spices cook through, but that they don't burn. So I don't know if you guys can tell from that angle, but the onions are starting to get nice and translucent. Sweetening up, that's perfect. That's what we want. So now we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of this spice mix. This is my homemade smoky spice mix. And then stay tuned because I made a video for you guys on how I make this, and you can custom make it for all your tastes. It's yummy. So let's add 2 tablespoons. I'm doing this at the end because I don't wanna burn my spices. I just wanna cook them through. Literally about a minute. Get it all nice and mixed up. And don't make your flame too high because also remember we have some minced up garlic in here and that can easily burn. So you want to be really careful about that. Whoa, this is looking very Southwestern-y, which is what we want. All those spices with the green pepper and the onion. Oh, so good. Great. Okay, guys. Next step. So now let's mix our yummy vegan burger mix. So first we're gonna do, this is 1 can of black beans that's rinsed and drained. Again, if you're sensitive to black beans, you can do half chickpeas, you can do all chickpeas, you can use pinto beans. So if you guys, for my veggie friends out there, I'm sure you already know what your body can tolerate in terms of beans and what you guys like. So just know this is a really swap-friendly recipe. So we're gonna mash these up. So I like to have some of the whole beans in there as well. So I mash like 2/3. I think I hear my kids coming home. You're gonna hear them in a second. Okay, this is looking good. This always reminds me of Thanksgiving time when I'm doing my mashed potatoes. Whenever I pull out the masher, it's like holiday time, but yet it's summertime. So little holidays during the summer, no big deal. Okay, great. Next. So to this, we're gonna add 1 cup of cooked quinoa. Love quinoa, high protein, really great grain. So next we're gonna add half a cup of chickpea flour. I really like chickpea flour because it's a great binder. Now we're gonna add our veggie mix. Make sure to cool this because then when we add our cheese, it'll melt the cheese. So you wanna cool it to like room temperature is good. So now I'm gonna pour out half a cup of my Vitalite cheddar cheese. This is gonna add to help bind the burgers, and it's also gonna add some yummy flavor. So we're gonna stir this all together, and then we're gonna do a little pinch of salt and some pepper. We're gonna mix it all together. Let us know. Sorry if you guys hear my kids upstairs, but they're also really excited because this is their lunch. So, okay, great. So just mix it. Don't over mix. You just want to mix it till everything looks like it's nice and even. So we are going to assemble our burgers. So very similar to how I've showed you guys where I make my turkey burgers or my chicken burgers or regular burgers. I like to you kind of just mold it like this in your hands. But these are stuffed, which is very exciting. So we're going to make a little well, okay? And then we're going to fill it with a heaping tablespoon of our Vitalite cheddar cheese. So that after you cook it, when you cut into it, it's like melty and oozy. Oh, so good. So we're going to fill that. And these burgers are really malleable. So you just kind of push it in and then just kind of fold it over the top. You can also add a little bit more. You can just press down a little bit more filling on the top, but it depends on how big you want your burgers. And you're just gonna, because of the black bean and the chickpea flour and the cheese that's already in there, the burgers are nice and malleable and they're holding together, which is one of the issues where if you make quinoa burgers, a lot of times they just fall apart. But because we have these awesome additions, you got that beautiful, the Southwestern blend in there, you got the cheese, the black beans, the quinoa, the beautiful green pepper, and the onion is in there. Look at how pretty that is. Yay. Okay, let's do the rest. So what I do is I just make like a cup, like a little scooper with my hands, and I just move it back and forth. This is something that my mom taught me. And you get a nice ball, right? And then what we're gonna do is, because these are stuffed, make a little well, okay? And then we're gonna fill it with the cheese. So the other thing that I love about Vitalite too is that they make different kinds of cheeses. So you can, if you're doing you can do an Italian style burger and fill it with their mozzarella cheese or their Parmesan crumbles. And you can do literally the same technique I'm doing now, but with their other versions of cheese. They also make like a cream cheesy type spread, which you can use too, which would be super yummy. So that's another reason why I really like this company, because it gives you some really fun vegan options for cheese. See, there we go. Look at how easy that is. Okay, we're gonna keep going. So I'm heating up a cast iron pan with a little bit of canola oil. The reason why I wanna use some canola oil is because a lot of times I cook with olive oil, but with these kind of Southwestern flavors, I don't want to add an olive oil flavor. So canola oil, I use this nice organic canola oil. It's very mild in flavor and it doesn't really mess with the flavors you're cooking with. So that's a little tip there. A lot of chefs actually use canola oil for its higher smoking point. So you can cook it at higher temperatures before it smokes, and it doesn't really add flavor, which is ideal for something like this. Okay, great. We're gonna heat that up. So we wanna cook these burgers on medium low because the cheese, the Vitalite cheese is one of the binders. We don't wanna burn it. So you wanna cook it on medium low. Ooh, nice sizzle. Yummy. Okay, now we're just gonna let that cook. 3 to 4 minutes on each side, and then I'll flip it. And now we wait. So it's been about 4 minutes, so now we're gonna flip them. The cheese is hot. I know my stuff, so I know I can reach in and touch it, so you guys be careful at home, okay? But because I do this all the time, I know what I can touch and not hurt myself. Look at that pretty golden brown from the cheese melting. So nice. You guys, be sure to, the Vitalite cheeses are rolling out this year. So be sure to check out your local grocery stores to get some so you can make stuff like this. Look at how beautiful that looks. Okay, great. Let's set a timer for another 4 minutes. So my timer went off. It's been another 4 minutes. Now we are going to take the burgers off, and I'm going to show you a couple fun ways to plate them. Whoa, yummy. Oh my gosh, you can already see the cheese oozing out. I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys a couple different variations of how to serve it. But first, I want us to cut one in half so you see the melted gooey cheese because it's very exciting. Okay, so yummy. Oh my gosh, you guys. Melty, gooey, yummy. Oh my gosh, yummy. That's another reason why I really like this cheese is because you don't feel like you're missing out, which is something that I love about this particular company. So these are a couple different ways I like to serve this recipe. So this is just on a regular whole wheat bun. You can totally use a gluten-free bun, which I will be doing. But a lot of you guys, I know you like the whole wheat bun, so we got that. And then we have some avocado, tomato, some lettuce. I made a vegan spicy aioli. So you just take some vegan mayonnaise, hot sauce, a little bit of minced garlic, whip it up, super easy, and adds to that awesome kick with that spicy blend that we mixed into the burger. Yummy. And then another thing that I like to do, so because I'm gluten-free, a lot of times if I don't have any gluten-free buns, I'll just do a lettuce wrap, which I actually eat a lot of my burgers on. This is butter lettuce. You can use iceberg lettuce, which is like a really nice crunch. So yay, this also has the spicy vegan aioli. And then we have some tomato, avocado. So good. You got the melty cheese in there, so when you bite into it, the cheese will ooze out. Very exciting. So if you guys want to see this recipe or other recipes like it, be sure to check out Vitalite.com. Thank you so much to Vitalite for sponsoring this video and for you guys for hanging out with me. And if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel and turn on notifications so you know when I put up another one. And I'm going to go eat lunch. See ya.